I'm Foster Cline, co-founder of the Love and Logic Institute with Jim Fay and author of many of the Parenting with Love and Logic materials that are available to you. Today we're going to talk about kids who only want their mother to dress them.
I'm Dr. Bonnie Zucker, author of Anxiety-Free Kids. Many young children develop strong preferences for how they like to do things. This is not necessarily a problem.
I'm Elizabeth Pantley, mom of 4 and author of the No Cry Solution series of books for parents. Separation anxiety and a preference for mommy above everyone else are both stages that pass over time.
Why does my 3-year-old son refuse to let my husband help him get dressed and screams, "Only mommy do it"?
Most likely your son is doing this because he's begun to develop routines, and it's very common for young children who are just starting to learn how to do things such as brushing their teeth, getting dressed, that they have habits that they develop. For example, if a child learns how to brush their teeth, they want certain toothpaste, they want a certain toothbrush. Similarly, getting dressed in the morning may become mom-specific.
So why does a child do this? There are several possibilities. The first is simply biological. Mommy equals food, comfort, and security, so a child naturally gravitates towards mommy in those early years. The second possibility is that mom is the parent who does most of the dressing, feeding, bathing, diaper changing, so a child's just more comfortable with the way she does things and so gravitates towards time with mommy.
We got to talk about the difference a little bit here between a request and an obnoxious demand. But let me say, first of all, if you have a kid who's demanding about this and says, "I don't want dad to dress me," this is a normal stage. In fact, I can almost say that if you have a kid that hasn't given you a hard time about dad doing things for him, and "I don't want dad to dress me," then if you haven't had a kid like that, then you almost haven't had a normal kid.
If this is simply an issue specific to getting dressed and wanting you to be involved, then I would respect his choice, and I believe that it's really in support of his developmental stage.
And I think it's okay to always accede to a kid's request. If it's a reasonable request, I always like saying yes more than I like saying no. So if the kid says, "I'd like you to do this with me, Dad," okay. If I'd like Mom to do it, okay. Let's always try and accede to a reasonable request.
This is a time to pick your battles. If your child wants mommy to change his clothes every morning, and mommy's perfectly okay with that, then you don't have to change a thing. However, if mommy needs to make a change because she's either frustrated or her schedule is requiring that she change it, you don't have to do that in one day. You can make a plan and change things step by step until you have a new routine in the morning that your child is now comfortable with.
Well, I have two main suggestions. One is just to get dad more involved and more integrated into the morning routine or into the dressing routine. So I would have dad come in the room with you while you dress your son, at first doing very little other than being there, and then gradually I would get him a little more involved, have him hand you a shirt and then hand you the pants, and then I would maybe ask your son if daddy could just put the shirt on, and then go from there.
And then when dad does come in and do it, and it helps him get dressed, the dad makes it fun for the kid. In other words, I remember when my kids were all small, we've had 7 kids sold through our home. Now I remember my kids I can't carry a tune, I'm telling you right now, I can't carry a tune, but we're coming through life. Now the right leg goes in, and you listen. Does this left leg go in? I'm listening to the left leg. Oh, the left leg wants to be first. Oh, the right leg wants to be first. And then you sing a little song about the legs going in, and the kid laughs, and you have a very good time.
This time will pass, and it will pass all too soon. Your child will be little for such a short period of time, and then he'll be growing up. So try to enjoy every moment, even these frustrating ones.
So it's possible that your son is soon to be dressing himself, and this is his first step in mastering the task of dressing, is to say, "All right, I'm going to let mom do it." And after some time of you doing it, he's going to eventually take it over himself.
The fact that the kid wants mom to do it is not a sign of some deeper anxiety or some deeper problem that you have to get to the root of it, unless of course the dad is himself obnoxious, negativistic, and controlling, and then sometimes we kind of get the kid that we deserve.
Have a question? Ask the experts at parentsask.com, because raising kids raises questions.